What is going on? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there. David on Compromise, James Youngblood, Johnny, Erica, Tasha, all y'all out there, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all know I gotta get it. Another day, not $1 for us, about 10 cents for us. It's about $3.50 for the white folk, but it's about 10 cents for us. Shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation. If you're not, if you are there, much love, power, and respect to you. We're gonna make this one short and sweet, but I have to keep talking about it because it's getting to the point where it's overkill now. And we're gonna talk about the face of white supremacy, those cops that killed Tyre Nichols. If you notice, they're plastering him everywhere, and I really want to take a deeper dive to look at it. Let's get it. All right, man, let's get it. Man, haven't y'all noticed every single... Look, you know it's bad when Joe Biden calls the family and, oh, I'm so sorry, and, you know, and then they get fired right away, and, you know, but you got Laquan McDonald where they had to go to trial after he got shot 50 times by Chicago PD. They didn't fire them white brothers right away, but that one white cop did whistleblow and did tell and say, no, that kid was not... We were not in imminent danger, and our lives weren't threatened, and he shouldn't have shot. You noticed that. You know it's Michael Brown. They had to take him, you know, when it was Mike Brown, Darren Wilson had to go to trial and all this other stuff. But we're going to black folk, oh, you killed somebody? Guilty, nigga. No, you the fuck up out of here. And I don't think people are really understanding that. That's why I always tell people, I was having a conversation with one of my homegirls the other day. I said, we can't do what the dominant society do. See, black folk get in a fictitious position of power, and then they think that they can do all kinds of shiesty shit to other black folk because that makes them feel good. Now keep doing it to white folk and see what happens, because you're not going to be in that position for long, especially if you're working at the Court Plantation. And I think that these dumbass niggas are just... I really thought they felt like, oh, well, we can do this shit. Then you notice they just now put the white cop out there, but the white cop is not the face of white supremacy. It's the black cops that are the face of white supremacy. They are what we would call the Sambos, the Coons, the telling about the gun lines, the Hayward Shepherds, the Stevens from Django's. Those are these niggas. And if you notice, they're gonna plaster these motherfuckers all over the news, all over the outlets, and they're gonna keep showing you that face so you can have a great understanding of what's what, who's who. And in this system, if we do it, eventually it's gonna go away. But if y'all do it, it's never going away. We're gonna always put y'all on blast. And that's the thing, that's the main thing that I have noticed about this situation, because it's like, damn, they're gonna keep posting these motherfuckers are doing it. And I guess these three of the 5 officers charged in the fatal beating of Tyre Nichols were members of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, Inc., and the renowned Black Greek organization. First of all, how you gonna be a Black Greek organization? You guys are fucking idiots. The Greeks didn't come up with that shit. They stole our shit and remixed it and gave it back to us and made us feel like, oh, I'm gonna make a sci-fi. Man, that's a bullshit. That, first of all, you better read Stolen Legacy. In Stolen Legacy, I got 3 or 4 numerology books. Every white person in these numerology books say that Pythagoras got numerology from the ancient Commetans, black folk in Egypt, the mystery schools. Pythagoras did not come up with those theorems. So let's get that straight. Let's put that out there. And they took it and they remixed it. And if you read Stolen Legacy, it even tells how Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates, I think it was Plato, they were following the guidelines of the initiates, the ancient Commetans, where they were like, hey, you have to wait 40 years and you have to pay your debts. Your debts have to be paid. I forgot because I haven't read the book in so long, but it's like, man, stop. And Alexander the Greek raided the Library of Alexander, stole all our knowledge, everything, gave it to Socrates and all the motherfuckers and said, hey, y'all basically can be the great philosophers. But they got this shit from black folks. So I don't understand why we sitting up here replicating Greek mythology when they stole it from black folk. But anyway, and the renowned Black Greek organization revoked the former officers' membership after their horrid actions were displayed in front of the country in the body camera footage per NBC. The organization issued a statement last week ahead of Nichols' funeral announcing Tydarius Bean, New Momo Chapter, Emmett Martin III, and Desmond Mills Jr., Sigma Lambda, whatever it is. Hey, look, they're going to keep putting these people out there. They're going to keep doing the necessary things that they need to do. But we have to have a different understanding of what is going on. We have to know that they're going to plaster our face all over everything. We have to see it before it happens that, hey, when you do something wrong, it's going to be magnified times 10. We should know that by now. We should know that. There's too much knowledge out there. You got Nelly Fuller Jr., you got Dr. Frances Wilson, you got Dr. Joy DeGruy, Dr. John Henry Clark, you have Dr. Amos Wilson. You got way too many people, Dr. Claude Anderson. There's way too many books and information out there that teaches about, hey, you better have intrinsic value in yourself, and you need to understand this is the competition of resources. And guess what? We're supposed to be on the same team. But when you got people that will do the bidding of the dominant society while there's a dominant society person right there egging you on. You notice they didn't even want to put that white officer out there because they're enjoying plastering black folk all over the news. What are you saying? Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, you damn right. We have to damn near be perfect because that's what they want us to do. They want us to fuck up so bad so it could deflect and take the attention off of what they've been doing for the last 500 years. It's like, it's like Robert DiAngelo's book. You know, it teaches a lot about that, you know, about deflection and how white fragilists, you know, well, black people kill each other too, and black people do this too. You know what I mean? So we have to have a different understanding of what's going on. You know, everybody was so excited about the Grammys. Look, let me touch on the Grammys. I mean, fuck the goddamn Grammys. Jay-Z and they was talking shit about the Grammys, and now they embrace it. You know why? Because people got to understand these Grammys is about committees. I don't think people understand that. I don't think that people understand that Beyonce's father is on a Grammy committee and can vote for who gets Grammys and who don't. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that. There has to be a different level of understanding. You always hear me say, you got to understand that. You got to understand. The reason why I'm saying you have to understand that is because I really, really, really think that we as a people, we think that, oh man, think it's fair as long as we just do what we got to do, man. This shit ain't never fair. And I'm going to play this circ because I was looking at this thing with not Skip Bayless, but Stephen A. And he was arguing with Jason Williams. And I think he was funny because Stephen A., he doesn't like being called out. So here, let me see if I can play this for you, if it'll play. Man, you know what I do? I hate bullshit ass. Come on, get to the damn thing. Now, I just played it not too long ago. Now, all of a sudden, let's see if I can find, okay, here we go.
Daily news?
No, but
that's not gonna happen. News?
No, but
that's not gonna happen.
We put a different kind of onus on our athletes than we do, and you made mention of that on your podcast.
I don't deny that.
Wait, so first off, I'm not the one.
I don't deny that.
I'm being sensitive.
I don't deny that.
But you're the one that seemed very
Listen to him.
emotional.
Oh my God.
And the subject matter, Stephen A.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm not sitting up here on national TV absolving Kyrie Irving of every decision. I'm not going back and recounting every decision. I'm just saying how it's interesting to me. It just carries such a bigger momentum, in particular with you, more so than anybody else.
Jay, you know what? What I would ask you is do me a favor. Stop.
I don't think Stephen A. likes that he's being called out by Jason Williams. I'm not saying that, you know, everything Jason Williams says is correct and everything that Stephen A. says is correct, but these are the new faces of white supremacy. You have a protagonist and an antagonist. And Stephen A. Smith gets a lot of his money and his talking points from the dominant society. That's why he has no problem going at black athletes. But why the fuck ain't nobody talking about Dana White slapping the shit out of his bitch in public while goddamn Ray Rice's career's ended? His career's ended from doing that with his wife. But Dana White slaps the shit out of his bitch and talk, I wouldn't hit no woman and your career's over with. And you notice they just breezed right over that like it doesn't even exist. And Stephen A. Smith was the main one talking about, oh, I'm not going to talk about that. Everybody got family problems. I don't understand why motherfuckers be watching ESPN. You already know it's a fucking joke. I don't care how much money these players is making. I hope they make billions and billions of dollars. Fuck the NBA. If they making 150 million, what you think the NBA making off of them? So, why is it the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, he's the only billionaire? And there were so many other players that played very well, but they don't have not nearly. It takes you to be Michael Jordan to be a billionaire. That should tell you something. And to listen to Stephen A., just make excuse after excuse, it's kind of funny. Just listen to this shit, because I just be like, man, this nigga's a clown.
Telling us what you find interesting and just tell us what you feel.
No, my job is to be interesting.
You say, I find it interesting. You always say that. Say what you're saying. What are you saying?
What did I just say?
What are you saying?
What am I saying? I just said what I'm saying.
See, they like Stephen A. to be the coon, the bucking of the eyes, the talking crazy to another black person. But you notice, it's all within reason. You know what I mean? They're not going to allow him to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for Dana White slapping the shit out of his woman. But they'll allow him to talk crazy about Kyrie. You even had Shaq jump in there. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Nigga, it's showing at your theater that you own. Now, he would have been out of line. Somebody had been out of line, and then be able to be like, well, Shaq, bro, you calling out Kyrie. Well, let's call out the theater that you own. How you at the theater going to be playing that shit, but you want to call him an idiot? See, a lot of these people want to appear more intelligent than what they are. I'll say it again. You have to have the understanding. Don't wait for other people to give it to you, because then you'll be just like this babbling Sambo, Stephen A.
Stephen A?
Which is?
And I'm not allowed to say what I find interesting?
Of course you are.
But once again,
I invite you on the show to say what's interesting.
He thinks you're too preoccupied with Kyrie, too hard on Kyrie.
Did I Bridget Kyrie Irving?
Sambo, where are thou, Sambo?
Last week before he demanded a trade, we were talking football. How many times have I mentioned Kyrie Irving over the last few weeks?
I don't seem to be the one being triggered right now.
Well,
and you notice it's two niggas arguing and the two white people just sitting there. Entertainment. That's why I don't like it when niggas argue in front of each other. I don't like it when niggas argue with each other in front of the dominant society. Don't do that shit, because now you're becoming a minstrel show. You're becoming their entertainment.
I'm always triggered.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Okay.
I've seen you. I watch your show every day.
So what?
Are we talking about
you.
Kyrie, or is this personal?
It seems personal.
I don't want it to be personal.
What seems personal?
It seems personal for you.
For me with Kyrie?
Yes.
You
1,000,000%.
You of all people, with all the interest you have, got the nerve to sit here in national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player? I don't lose no sleep.
I didn't say you lose sleep.
I don't lose any sleep.
Sambos.
I'm passionate about the subjects I'm passionate about. I don't accuse you of getting personal when you take the position.
You have accused me of getting personal.
Oh, my God.
You have, Stephen A.
Can I go on the court?
I'm going to leave it.
Can I go on the court real quick? Because I'd like to. Because when we started off.
We both got a lot to say.
All right.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay,
Just say
guys,
it, Jay.
Just say it,
I'm
Jay.
not in here for that. I'm not in here for
Just
that.
say it, Jay.
I'm on your show.
Oh, man. Stephen A. is a Sambo. I wish black people was that passionate about life insurance and 401k and IRAs, stock bonds, real estate. If we were that passionate about that, we'd have billions. But most of us aren't as we're more passionate about controlled entertainment than we are about our future and our 401ks and our stock and our bonds and our real estate. That's what I'm saying. That's the face of white supremacy, because they're spoon feeding you falsified entertainment. Basically, it's controlled entertainment. It's what, you have to. I tell people, and I watch this all the time, watch the Avengers. When you watch Infinity Wars and that dude that's like, kneel before Thanos, the great Titan, you have had the pleasure. You know what I mean? Basically, your sacrifice will tip the scale and balance. That's from the Kabbalion. As above, so below. You have to listen to these movies will depict certain, that's why I watch it over and over again, because the shit that he's saying is real. As Thanos is just killing a bunch of motherfuckers. Because he feel like they're useless eaters and they don't deserve to be on the fucking planet. What do you think is happening right now with all these people just falling down and having heart attacks? Motherfuckers just dying. Motherfucker 15 years old, oh, yeah, he got cancer. Man, nigga, what? In the 70s, 80s, 90s, if a kid that age had cancer, you like, what the fuck happened to him? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, he got cancer. Damn, that's fucked up. He got cancer. It's so normalized now that These young people are passing out, dying, strokes, heart attacks. It's not even phasing anybody. Nobody's even waking up happy. I suggest everybody go read Medical Apartheid by Harry Washington. That's why I don't fucking like Vegas. You got these planes flying over, you don't know what they dropping in the motherfucking air. You got this fucking dust storm kicking up all this fucking caliche, and then from now until spring, guess what? It's gonna be dust storms, right? Well, what do you think you're breathing in? Poison. And niggas wonder why there's a quick care and an urgent care on every goddamn corner in Las Vegas, Nevada. Because you're breathing in poison. They're gonna rock you to sleep. What do you think is gonna happen? Yeah, they don't want everybody moving to fucking Vegas. They want you to think they want everybody moving here. And then they're gonna try to kill off some people. That's just my personal opinion. Because these dust storms are getting more crazy. Now you have upper respiratory infections, coughing every 5 fucking minutes. That's by design, man. So I wish we were more passionate about our future and our overall well-being than we were about sports and all this other shit. Because the face of white supremacy is these black folk that are out here Sambo and cooning, and they love to post those pictures everywhere, but you don't rarely see any pictures of that white cop that was right with him tasing Tyree Nichols, because they're not, because he's going to be protected. He'll go get a job somewhere else, but these niggas ain't getting no job nowhere. And they should not only be ashamed of themselves, but they don't have intrinsic value, like I've always been saying, because when you can just beat up your brother or your sister and not have no mental fortitude to be like, man, I ain't doing that shit, you have an issue. Hey, man, that is my time. I am out of here, man. You already know what the words I say. Eventually, I'll go live again. I just got to figure it out. I don't know. I'm going to have to reach out to David, man. I don't know how the fuck work this MacBook Pro, man. My live was working just fine, and I turned it on one day, and I don't know. Maybe I'm running out of memory. Who gives a fuck? But anyway, man, you already know what my famous words are. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.